guys on board. So welcome everybody. Now we're transitioning into the OFC weekly. So for those who don't know, so what to expect for today. So for those who have been joining us, we end off our audiobook club and we transition into the weekly. So first off, we're going to kick off with running some quick little clips from some of the affiliates that we have within the community. Once we're done with the affiliates, then we're going to dive into our session, our networking session. Normally they start off with a teachable moment, but Ken is under the weather, so he will not be joining us this morning. Maybe we'll come up with a teachable moment just on the fly. We'll see how that goes. But then basically we do our tool in the tab so that where everybody will get an opportunity to introduce themselves, let you know who they are, what they do, and how they can be of service to you or what they need within the community. And actually I'll give you guys a full breakdown and then I'll play the clip. So we do that. We do our tool in the tab. One of the things that we always encourage is that one, you remind us, yes, who you are and what you do, but also you let us know how we can be of service to you. We are a community here to support and to build each other. So please do not hesitate to let us know how we can be of service to you as an entrepreneur or as an individual. This whole thing came to being because of the collaboration that we have with BNI, which stands for Business Networking International. They're the largest business network on the planet, and we're proud to be associated to them. So we do have this space to support businesses in their growth for those who do want to become what we call BNI ready. But for those who do not, this is also a great space just to be able to network, to build, and to get the support that you need as an entrepreneur. The other advantage of the OFC's weekly is that different than most networking groups, ours is open to the community at large. So you could be an individual, family, professional, organization, or an aspiring entrepreneur, and you're welcome to be here. You're welcome to come in as a guest to listen to what's going on within the community, and you're also encouraged to ask any questions. So it does not always have to be business related. You could just have a question about your children, like you're going through whatever, you have some questions, you want to know, are there tips and tricks out there? It could be relationship things, it could be things going on within your household. Even right now, as we're going through it, as some parents are home with their children as the school's on strike, these are things that could come up in conversation, because this is why we're here, to support each other as a community. The meetings are completely bilingual, nos rencontres sont complètement bilingues. Fait que gênez-vous pas de vous exprimer dans la langue de votre choix. So please do not hesitate to express yourself in the language of your choice. And if necessary, we will translate. Si nécessaire, on va traduire. Also, the sessions are recorded. So I do encourage everybody, when you're introducing yourself, to also remember to say your contact information for anybody who might be watching it after the fact. They can connect with you. But I also strongly encourage you guys share your information in the chat as well, because we are here to network, we are here to build with each other. So please don't hesitate to connect within the chat as well. And also, as we're doing our tool in the tab, each person has roughly about 1.5 minutes to do your presentation, your introduction. Once your time is up, I do start just flaring my hands on the screen just to get your attention, so you know that your time is up. Once we're done our tool in the tab and I've given you guys the updates, then we have our featured guests. We are blessed to have our brother Mike Jean-Baptiste. He is our community photographer. He's going to be letting us know about himself, who he is, what he does, his amazing business, and letting you guys know how you can benefit from the services that he offers. So I'm excited to have him on board with us today and to be able to share with you all. And then after that, we close off for the morning, and we go off for our day. We're here for an hour to build together and to support each other, and I thank you guys for being present. So with that, with no further ado, I'm going to play these quick little clips, and then we will be right back. Share screen. There we go.
Traditional business cards are often lost or forgotten. This can lead to missed opportunities and wasted time and money. Java Logics offers a unique solution. Eco-friendly paperless business cards that are easy to update and share. With our QR code, you can share your card with anyone, anytime, anywhere. It's the easiest way to share your details. Interested in getting one? Click on Get Offer and get your own digital business card today.
Do you think a lot of people in our community need to speak and expose that?
Big time, big time. I think especially in our culture,
Yeah.
mental health is something that I think is taboo. It's not talked about enough. Where, because we've been a resilient people. So it's just like, muscle through this, get through this, get through this. You're going to get through it.
Yeah.
And that's fine to be resilient. However, this right here, if you're not properly nurturing that, it's going to wear you down at some point.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, and that's another reason why I'm so adamant about it too, because not a lot of people that look like me are talking about this very same thing.
Yeah. And I mean, that's always my mantra as well. It's like humanity needs to heal. If I could put that on a banner somewhere for everybody to see, it's that humanity needs to heal. But that if we as a people, melanated people of African descent, Black people, whatever you want to call us, but if we begin our healing journey and really begin to focus on, the freedom of the mind and the freedom of the spirit, really, at the end of the day, that something phenomenal will happen if we all begin to engage in that kind of process and heal ourselves, right? Because the healing is essential in order for us to leapfrog to the next level.
Bonjour, Mireille Lavinana du cabinet MLT Avocat. Dernièrement, j'ai été interpellée à la question de savoir que veut dire MLT Avocat. Pourquoi un autre cabinet d'avocats à Montréal? J'y ai pensé et je veux partager avec vous. MLT, pourquoi M pour mouvement, parce que nous sommes une société en perpétuel mouvement. Comme entrepreneurs, vous grandissez et nous grandissons avec vous. Étant également des entrepreneurs, notre cabinet grandit. Alors nous sommes en mouvement. Nous sommes également en mouvement parce qu'à chaque année, nous devons revoir nos compétences, nous améliorer afin de pouvoir répondre au mieux à vos besoins. Alors oui, nous sommes en mouvement avec vous. Le R pour liberté. Votre liberté dépend de vous et pas de quelqu'un d'autre, comme la nôtre. Il a fallu que nous décidons de quitter du 9 à 5 pour nous lancer en affaires. Alors, nous partageons également cette passion pour l'entrepreneuriat avec l'ensemble de nos clients. Le T pour transition. Nous sommes la transition entre vous et la réalisation de vos objectifs. Alors, si vous voulez un cabinet pour vous servir, n'hésitez pas, appelez-nous. Nos contacts se trouvent dans la description, juste ci-dessus. Ou alors, envoyez-nous tout simplement un courriel et nous nous ferons un plaisir de vous répondre. À la prochaine.
Welcome to the digital age, where having a website is essential for any business. But with so many devices and screen sizes, how can you ensure your website looks great on every device? Introducing Responsive Website Design. Upgrade to responsive website design today, and give your customers the best online experience possible. With responsive design, your website automatically adjusts to the screen size of the device it's being viewed on. No more zooming in and out, or scrolling left and right. Your website will always look great, no matter the device. Get a free consultation. Contact us today at Mainstream Digicom.
Peace, Hotep. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to introduce the OFC. We're grateful to you, God our Creator, and the ancestors for bringing us together. We ask that the spirits of love, light, unity, and wisdom continue to guide us in fulfilling our goals. So what is the OFC? The OFC is an acronym that stands for One Full Circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. Our slogan? Think of us first for all your community and business needs. For our structure, we are a social economy enterprise. For those who are new to the term, that means that we are a nonprofit organization generating our own revenue to fulfill our mission. Our mission is to empower the melanated community against discrimination and social exclusion by bridging the gap between the French and English-speaking melanated communities, and by providing social and economic stability to our community by providing our members with access to culturally adapted resources and business support. So in other words, we're empowering our members by uniting the French and English-speaking melanated communities and by serving as a culturally adapted 411 and Google for them to access information and receive the support they need to thrive. If you need more information, the next video will explain what to expect when joining the OFC community. Well, this is it. This is the OFC in a nutshell. Think of us first for all your community and your business needs. Peace and much blessings. All right. So that is our quick little video clip. So blessings everybody once again. So like I mentioned, no problem at all, Tashana, thank you. So blessings everybody, thank you for being here. So this is another OFC weekly. So like I had mentioned, we're diving right into our networking session. We are here for another 45 minutes as a collective. So so like I said, Ken is not here today. Let's see, in terms of teachable moments, what we could pull is just something from our audio book club. I had made a couple of points, notes that I took from the book today. Let's see which one is the one that stands out the most to me. I think it's protection from distraction, to be honest. I'm finding right now a lot of us, we can't help it but be distracted by our social medias, and if the more we could discipline ourselves against that, the more productive we become as a people. I mentioned it last week, I think I will continue to mention it regularly, is that we do not realize how much time that we lose on social media, and I'm guilty of it myself, is why I'm talking about it, because it's like, it's little things here and there. It's like where you're checking something. In a lot of cases, unfortunately, what ends up happening is that when you're networking, quote unquote networking, you do go on social media to be able to engage with clients and be able to, to be able to promote your business, to be able to sell your products. But I think what ends up happening is maybe 50% is spent networking and the other 50% is spent going down rabbit holes. And that's really what it is. And 50% of your time is a lot of time to be spent going down a rabbit hole. So that's really what it is. I don't actually even have a solution for this right now. It's right now. The idea is at least to be mindful of it, to keep it in mind, to be aware of the fact that, like the goal is not to spend productive work time in your social media. Maybe you could use it as a like a reward at the end of your day, or after producing what you're working on, but definitely don't make it a priority. And when you're getting up first thing in the morning, do not go into your phone and check your social media. It will throw off your 2020. All right, because before you know it, you've blown a whole 20 on Facebook. All right, so that is the teachable moment for this morning. And again, Ken can't be here because he's a bit under the weather, but Ken, I always like to give him a shout out. Ken is one of our business advisors, longtime business coach, and he is here to support the needs of the community. Yeah, we look forward to having him back with us next week. So with that, let's dive in. First off, let's start with the affiliates that we have on the line. I see Dr. Dorothy Williams. Grand Rising, Dr. Williams. And for those who don't know, affiliates are partners of the OFC. So those are the businesses and organizations that we partner with, that we work closely with, in order to give them the visibility and the support for their businesses to be able to grow. So Grand Rising Queen, thanks for being here this morning.
And Grand Rising to everyone today. And it's great to be here. I did catch some of Frank's videos. Beautiful stuff. What can I tell you? Okay, so let me get focused. I don't need social media to take me off. Believe you me. All right, I'm Dr. Dorothy Williams, president of blackbeautybill.com. My company, we're moving towards having been about 17, 18 years in business, believe it or not. But we've only been offering to our community, to Canada, our products since 2016. This is a new product on the market to help us become a knowledgeable, influential, and change-oriented community. And I'm hoping, because Black Biblio's product, ABCs of Canadian Black History Kit, which can help us understand who we are as a people in this country, how we can make change. It's a fabulous product, and that's what blackbiblio.com, which is my company, that's what we produce. You can connect to me to get a lot more information at 514-937-1733, or check out our website at www.blackbiblio.com. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. That was tight, on point, very concise. Thank you so
I
much.
tried to make up for last week, my friend.
I appreciate you, Dr. Williams.
I'm not asleep at the wheel, my dear.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You know, there's one thing, and I'm looking at time, so we're okay with time, so we can chat a little bit. One of the things I would like to share with you in terms of an opportunity. So now next week we have why did I say next week? It's this week now. It's actually coming up on Wednesday. There's a new fund coming out. It's about $100,000. So 45,000 for setup. It's like infrastructure kind of setup, and then another 60,000 for operations. And this is a fund through 3737. Now it's a fund for nonprofits, and I know Black People is a for-profit. But the reason I bring it up, because just last week I met with somebody who's in a similar situation as you, who has an amazing product, and they have a for-profit company, but they have a really powerful cause in terms of why they have their product, which you do as well. So what we started to develop is the idea of, well, why not create a nonprofit organization that could work in conjunction with your for-profit. So then you could get access to this capital that's circulating around, like in all transparency, the money's like all over the place. But a lot of it is earmarked for nonprofit organizations or social economy enterprises, which is one and the same, nonprofits. So it's something to consider. If you want, we can take it offline and we can talk a little bit more in depth, but I do want to plant that seed if it's something that could be of interest and that could help.
Always of interest. Connect with me when you can. And hey, listen, this expanded beyond the minute.
Well, you know, I cheat. I'm the host. I could do this. I don't have a time. I'm just...
All right, I'll remember that. Get back to me, Farrell. We'll have a conversation.
Okay, perfect.
Take care.
Noted. My pleasure. Awesome, Queen. All right, let's keep it moving. So next up, brother Stephen Walker, Grand Rising Queen King. Thanks for being here with us this morning.
Morning. So I'm here. I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about massage. Things to take into consideration. Why is it that we inhale or exasperate when we feel frustrated, or rub our heads? Actually, these are our methods. Why do we clench in our jaws and stuff? These are physiological responses to neurological stimuluses. And what ends up happening is that people tend to stay in these states without even realizing it, because we do it so often. We stay in these states of contraction in our body that, you know, sometimes something bad may not be so bad, it happens, and then the next thing you know, you're holding your face, you're frustrating, you're clenching, and it's not even really that bad. You just conditioned your body to hold a certain posture, and that posture comes with a psychological response, and as such, you end up maintaining that. Well, I want to stop people from doing that. I want to help you to engage and find your true self, that center person, that child, if you will, that inner child, if you will. And I do that through massage therapy. I do that through relaxation, restoration, and now even mobility. I'm seeing a lot of releases, people feeling like they've never felt before, vividly seeing colors. So this is the direction I'm headed in. I'm trying to provide a service to you, get you back to that center person, that person you need to be, taking away those psychological responses to things that are not a part of you, and get you back to a regular living active lifestyle. So if you need to find out more, you can check me out at tamperstudios.com. You can check me out on IG at Stephen.Walker1080p. I'll give you my number and all the rest of the stuff in the link in the chat. So thank you very much.
Awesome, Brother Walker. A minute and a half, perfect. Thank you, brother, for what you're doing, and looking forward to connecting. We started to converse. We're one step closer. All right.
Yeah.
Ask Mike. It takes forever. It takes forever for me to connect, but I do connect. All right, I do connect. We will make it happen. Sorry. All right, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you because I did pull my back doing some cartwheels with Nzinga during homeschool last week. All right. Don't ask me. Anyway, she insisted that I do these cartwheels. Okay, let's keep it moving. Brother, oh wait, Brother She Love is here as a guest, but I'll give him a shout out anyways. Brother She Love, he's one of our members within the community who builds websites. So if anybody wants to revamp their website, they're looking to get more engagement through their website, connect with our Brother She Love. Sister Carlene, are you here? Are you listening today? And Sister Ayana as well. I know you guys you sometimes you're a participant just to listen, but if you guys have anything, any questions, anything you'd like to throw into the group,
just listen. Thank you.
not a problem at all. Let's do
Good morning. This is Ayana. So yeah, just listening in this morning. But you mentioned kind of throwing out to the community what my struggles are this week. My struggles are finding a high school, finding a high school for my grade 6er going into high school next week. So that's what I've been struggling with for the last couple of weeks. Is what are the best ones out there?
Okay, I was about to ask. Like, and if there's, are you looking for particular criterias or areas and stuff like that?
Not well, yes. So I think for my daughter, she's definitely one who loves music, loves sports, lots of activities, and definitely needs more focused environment. So not something looking at John Rennie out here with the 50 million students, it probably is not the best fit for her. So something smaller.
Okay. All right, I definitely, and because of the years that we spent working in a lot of schools, there's a couple that come to my mind in the West Island. So I'll make a note, and then I'll send you a couple of referrals. And if anybody else within the community, also if you guys have referrals, please feel free either send them directly to Ayana, or you can send them to us, and we'll forward them to her. So
Thank
good.
you.
So
Much
thank you for sharing
appreciated.
that, sister. We got you. We will share some suggestions.
Thanks.
No problem. Awesome. Brother, sister Nate, I see both you guys on today. Are you guys on? Or are you guys pretending? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Grand Rising King.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, I was trying to get on the computer here, but I'm just gonna stay on the phone. How y'all doing? Yes. Excited, I'm grateful. Nice to see you all this Grand Rising. It's afternoon where we are, 12:54 in the PM. The sun is shining, all the way around us. We're super grateful for having a company where we could grow businesses across the globe while creating employment in the continent of Africa. Right now, we're in Ghana. It's our first location. And, we provide administrative and customer support, sales support, bookkeeping, graphic design, social media management. If you're a business owner and you want to be able to scale and put yourself in a better position, at the same time while doing great things for the community, definitely reach out. Nathan Nagadzi, Wink, 437-374-0402, info@wink.com, WINNCK.com. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, my brother, and thank you for the great work that you guys do there at Wink. Anybody who knows, once you contact the OFC and you're connecting with our member services, Brother Nate is managing our team out there who takes care of all the people who serve you all as members of the community. And like I like to mention every week, I'm really proud of the fact that we're able to support our brothers and sisters back in the diaspora, support them in their growth, support them in their families as they grow, while they support us as we grow with our businesses and organizations here in North America. So it's awesome to be able to have that bridge. And thank you, Wink, for what you guys are doing.
Appreciate you. And to be honest, what you just mentioned is really why it made so much sense for us to kind of make this transition, because we're able to provide a better working employment than what they would have, and they get international experience. Able to use digital tools. We provide everything they need: laptops, earphones, internet, backup generator, lights, everything necessary to make sure the business can still run. They don't provide that. We step in place and we provide that, and that simplifies it for them. It makes it easier for the business owner so that we can run the system and they can do what they're great at, which is kneecap to kneecap, or whatever your skill is, do that, and everything else you pass on to your VA. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. So for myself, I am Farrell Freeman, founder and director of the OFC. Stands for One Full Circle. As you guys know, we are the community resource. We're here to be a bridge. We bridge between individuals and business owners, between white and black community, between the English and the French community, between families and organizations. We are a huge bridge, and our slogan, like we said, is think of us first for all your community and your business needs. And what every week we just like to encourage you guys to one, if you know anybody who is in need of anything, please send them to the OFC. We do not like anybody in the community suffering alone. So the idea is for them to know that we exist and for us to be able to help however we can. So if you know anybody who could use our support or our services, please refer them. And if you know anybody else who can benefit from this type of community network, please bring them, invite them our way. Some quick reminders. Nadia had to jump because she's at work. She just started work. But they have their event this coming Saturday, November 25th. It's an all-day event, so that is their mental health fair. So I strongly encourage you guys to check it out. Also, there's a cool thing going on at the OFC retreat. We have a workshop that's going on this weekend for youth, where we have our contractor out there who's going to be teaching them some little tips and tricks in terms of how to build little things and how to work with their hands, which is really cool. So that's going on at the retreat in collaboration with Westcan. So if you're youth, your youth, young adults, whatever be the case, you guys are interested, if you have children and it could be of value, please reach out to us. It'd be our pleasure to have them participate. These are cool little life skills that they'll be able to learn and apply to their life experiences. So that's something else that's coming up this weekend. And we also have a collaboration with the Faites. So I sit on the board of directors for Faites. So that is one of the organizations putting in the bid to host the Montreal Carnival. And I'm sharing something in the chat right now for you guys. And if you can share it with anybody that you know who might be interested in getting involved in the carnival in any capacity, whether it be they want to participate, they want to have their children participate, they want to be a sponsor, they in any capacity. We have a bunch of different things that they could get involved in. So if you guys could share that link for any within your networks, and if you know anybody else who might be interested, please invite them to fill out the form, because then we will get in contact with them for them to be able to participate for next year. All right, so those are my quick updates in terms of what's going on within the community. And I also want to remind you guys, every week we have our podcast and radio show. I strongly encourage you guys to check it out. Every Thursday morning we play on CKT 90.3 FM from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. But it also it's available on the archives, and it's also a podcast on all platforms. Just search the OFC Empower Hour and you will find us on any and everything. All right, so with that, with no further ado, I am excited to introduce you all to my brother Mike. My family and I had an awesome opportunity to connect with him this past weekend for our family photo shoots and our headshots. It was a great experience. His professionalism is next level. The quality of what he produces is next level. I'm definitely looking forward to sharing our photos. It's definitely a challenge picking them, because there's so many good ones. But definitely, I thank him for being a part of our community. He's also part of our OFC BNI chapter as well, which puts him at the top tier of our business network. So I thank him for what he's doing and for the support that he's given to the community. With no further ado, Mike, the floor is yours, King.
Hey, so just 1.5 minutes, right? That's right.
No, you got like 10 minutes, bro.
I have 10 minutes. Okay. All right. I'll talk about.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No. But yes. So, well, my name is Mike. I'm a headshot photographer. I had quite a great session with the Hamid family, the Hamid family. My expertise is to capture the headshot, but I also do family pictures. I also do product pictures. I do many things, but my favorite thing is headshot pictures. Into the session, well, first, why is a headshot needed? We live in a social network world, and we need to see your face. When you're going to do some things to do networking via internet without a headshot, is it a bit like going into a network event, a live event with ripped jeans? It could be. It looks not professional. you really need to show up and show off a bit also, to show yourself on your best side. And that's what happened with Pharaoh. Pharaoh has great headshot that represents him. It shows who he is, what he vouches for, and what he wants to do with you. The same for his wife. The wife is a dancer, right, Pharaoh?
Yeah, she's a dancer and artistic director.
And when she sat at the table for a headshot, she has the same thing I do. I don't know if she was inspired by the same guy from The Rock. With her eyebrow.
Did you raise your eyebrow?
No, when I was talking to my wife yesterday, I do this thing because The Rock did it, you know, the eyebrow thing, and she does the same. But she looked artistic, professional. She knows how to direct someone, and that's the message that was conveyed with all of her headshots, because they're all nice, and she knows how to pose. She knows who she is, and because she knows she knows who she is, it translated in such a great way into the camera. And when you're going to look at those pictures of her, is what's gonna happen. You're gonna say, yeah, Mrs. Freeman is something. Mm-hmm. And you need that thing into your business. Yes, you want to be humble, but you want to be hired. Mm-hmm. You don't lie in your resume. You say truth in a beautiful way. So why not present your face in a beautiful way with a professional headshot? Some people are going to say, well, I'm not photogenic. It doesn't matter. No one is photogenic. The real thing about photogenic, it's the sense of the word says to pull the light from. So my job is to light you the right way, to pull the light out of you, to make sure you are photogenic. So the best light I can get from you comes from me. So if you didn't like your pictures before, if you don't like yourself, if you don't like what you look like in that picture, it's probably because of the photograph. In the community, it's not that white photographers are bad or in any sense, because they're really great photographers. Most of the genius photographers are white. But there was one of my clients who told me, we're like hairdressers. Photographers are a lot like hairdressers. If we're black, there may be great white hairdressers for us. There is some. But most of the great black hairdressers are black, because we know our hair, we know ourselves, we know the small difference in between Nzinga and Phenomenal. It's not the same, although they're sisters. It's not because we have coarse hair that is coarse in the same way for everybody. I can grow my hair 3 inches and look at Pharaoh. It's different for everybody. So it's the same for photography. I know the black face because I'm black. I see myself in the mirror all the time. But also there's something that we do a bit more than others. We discriminate a lot. So when I look at Steven, I see his nose. I know the shape of his nose is different from Pharaoh's nose. The lips are different. I know, you know, some grandmothers, maybe yours do that too, I don't know. They compare the skin type of all of their grandsons and grandchildren, and they compare, oh yeah, this one is more red, this one is more this one is more that. And because we discriminate a lot, we know the names behind what you look like a bit more. So Pharaoh's family, I decided this in advance, but Pharaoh's family, the background was orange, but more like a burnt hurt, if you will, and it matched the tone of the family. So the skin type the shape of their face really showed up for that in the best way possible. They were white also. And white color fits Black people in some ways. I don't know why. It's really good for us. It's really, 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 really good for us. And the color coordination has been calculated in that way, so that I know, because we're Black, that we need those types of colors to show in a better way into the camera. So what's gonna happen when you're gonna come to get your headshot? We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk quite a bit. And while you're talking, I'm gonna take the pictures. While you don't really know when I'm going to take the pictures all the time. Yeah, the flash is going to show you, but we're gonna talk and talk and talk and talk. And the more you talk, the more you're gonna show your true self. Here's what happens at maybe 75% of my sessions. It didn't happen with Pharaoh because you really know who he's really confident in himself. All his families like that, their knowledge of self is unbelievable. And I salute you for that. It's crazy. But 75% of my sessions, here's what happened. Because I show your true self, some people are going to tell me, well, it looks too much like me. And because that happens, it shows me one thing, is that you didn't want to really show your true self to who you're selling to. And here's what's true. When you're going to shake hands with someone and you're going to make a sale, the face that I've captured is the face that you made that made you the seller. You didn't know it, but the way you twist your face in a awkward way while you do your sales is the one that makes the sale. So why not show it in the first image of you? You may think that, oh, I don't want to show this aspect of me when I'm doing a headshot. Okay, it's possible, but it's not the best thing to do. We're going to get really beautiful pictures. But when I want you to come out of what I want you to come out of the picture of the session really is not really the most beautiful picture. It has to be the best picture. It has to serve a purpose. And the bonus is, it is going to be beautiful. Because here's the truth. I don't know you like that. I just met you in front of the camera. And the best thing I've seen from you is what you didn't like about yourself. But the truth is, people like you for that pose. And I'm sure that you're going to grow out of it, because quite a few of my I was going to say patients, well, quite a few of my clients, after 2 or 3 weeks, they're starting to post the pictures because they get to like what they see. When you're used to selfies and filters, but when I expose you the truth, it's really different. Pharaoh and I had a conversation. I don't know if it's in the show, but Pharaoh and I had a conversation, and he said, when you really take time to look at your face in the mirror, it takes time to realize that's really you and that you really are who you are. But coming out of a headshot session with me makes you know your language, makes you know who you are and what you sell for real. And I really encourage you to come and at least have a chat with me. Call on 514-927-8345. Have a Zoom session with me. Maybe we could talk these things in advance. And I will not try to convince you. I'll just let you know what the real deal is and what you're gonna get out of those sessions. So how much time I have left?
That was good. Well, basically, so we hit our 10 minutes, and then actually amazing presentation. Now you could definitely, if you have more to share, because we're still good on time, and like we end at 8:30, so we're still good on time. So, and people are welcome to ask questions and stuff as well. And you didn't, looking at the time as well, if you wanted to share a little bit of your background in terms of what inspired you even to get into photography, I think you have an amazing story that got you here, that you're welcome to share as well if you're comfortable.
Yeah, there's no worries. I'll say it. Here's okay. So from my first memory, 4 years old, 5 years old, I always drew. Okay, I draw all the time. I still do it, sketching all the time. I went to art school when I was in CJEP, but CJEP and 17 years old, it's not something that should mix properly. So I flunked all my classes. I was bad at school, and so I left art, went into nursing. So years later, I got married. And we were watching all these movies all the time. And at one point, my wife tells me, Mike, when we watch a movie, you can't leave me alone with these facts. You always talk to me about the framing, the colors, the technical term of this, the technical term of that. And she told me, why don't you buy yourself a camera and do a wedding and see what it does for you? So that's what I did. I bought a cheap camera from one of my cousins who was a photographer also, who teach me when I was a bit younger also. And so I bought it for a cheap price, did some contracts. There was COVID, but still did some things. And one of the real first contracts I did, I don't know if I told the story, but there was a 99-year-old lady who had cancer that I knew from since I was a kid. And I spoke to her son, and I told him, well, I'll do a free session for you. I need practice, unique pictures, because, 99 years old and cancer, she lived a happy life, And so they gathered the family, I did the pictures, they loved the pictures, and they gave me money. So I did that maybe 3 times. So with dying family members. And then I said, okay, so I'll really need to know how this works. How can I charge? How can I move on and evolve? So with other friends, I said, okay, if you buy me this equipment, I'll do a shoot for you. So I evaluated the price of the equipment to the price of my sessions. And then, it got me to BNI. I met David Cassius and then met BNI like this. And it's just, the snowball effect. So the thing is, from 5 years old, I wanted to be an artist, an art teacher. That's what I really wanted to be when I was a kid. I kind of always knew that at around 40 years old, I'll be an art teacher. And, it's leading me through it, even if I derived from it when I was 20 years old. It just came back maybe 5 years ago. So I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe in predestination, but I do believe that your art wants something. And you cannot be happy without doing what you really are good at. It could be raising a family. It could be something else. It could be just gardening, just be walking every day, do push-ups. For me, it's art. I cannot live without a pen. I cannot live without paper. And so it followed me from youth, and it's the same trajectory. So that's my story in a nutshell.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing. Because definitely, it's always a value. Again, we're a community, and it's good to know a bit about your background and know where you're coming from, and just your inspiration. And like I said, the experience that my family and I had with you this past weekend was great. Thank you for it. I strongly encourage the community, and I'm giving you the heads up, Mike, because I'm telling you, I know once people see these photos, it's everyone's going to be asking, where'd you get these done? and they'll be coming your way. And just brace
My father looked at Yui's picture, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, how come you didn't do this for me? So yeah, you're one of my best sessions, actually. Yeah, so yeah.
Cool. I'm glad it was exceptional. So we did really have a good time. Now, did anybody have any questions about photos, about the sessions, about connecting, about the photography? I know it's something where, you know, a lot of us just, you know, we almost take it for granted, but it is something that you, especially if we're in business, it is good to put your best foot forward. People do business with people they like, they trust, and to respect. And sometimes the images that we share on our socials, or images that we have of ourselves, or sometimes the non-images of ourselves, because we just put our business at the forefront and we don't really take that much time to make sure that we're putting ourselves out there. We're doing ourselves a disservice. And there's also something else that Mike didn't mention that I know that he does, is that even for those who have children out there, it is something that he can even redo your school photos and stuff like that, to give them a particular, you know, look. And I think that's huge. So these are things that I want to make sure the community knows. And when you mentioned the OFC, when you connect with Mike, he will hook you up and give you that OFC love. So don't.
Yeah. You know, there's something I wanted to add. Probably there was a question I had in the BNI. If I have a minute, it's I think it's important. One asked the question: if we're Black, should we show our face because we want to get work? Here's something I did, and I just realized this week that it didn't work. In my thumbnail on Google, what you see is a white, blonde, blue-eye client that I had, okay? I never got a client from that.
Oh.
So the strategy of doing something else doesn't work. I never had a client from looking at that picture. And once I show people that, well, let's say I show whoever, okay, there's an African lady who came, people see what I do for real, and white people come from that picture more than the white blonde. And yeah, so you really need to show yourself, not something else.
Good call. Thank you for that. All right, beautiful girl. So I love that. So thank you, Mike, and thank you for sharing. So now, so if there's no questions, and I did see, I think our sister Lunin joined us. So peace, Queen. She is another one of our OFC BNI members. Thank you for being here. So now we're about to close up, but I want to give you an opportunity, sister, if you want to just introduce yourself to the community, let people know who you are, what you do, and maybe next time you when you get on, you could deep dive a little bit more with us.
Definitely. Exceptionally this time, I'm not going to open my camera, but I am glad to be here this morning. Mike, you're exceptional photographer. I really like it. It's not the pictures that's there's not his picture, but it's on my social media profiles, and it's beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, what do? I help people find the right pair of glasses to bring forward their personalities. So I'm a visual optical stylist. So if you desire to put yourself out there and you don't know really how, where, and how to start, let's try by choosing a nice pair of glasses that really expresses who you are and puts you forward. And the plus is, if you have glasses and you want to, you wear glasses, not for fashion, but you wear glasses to see, I could help you have your prescription within your beautiful frames. So if you would like to know more, I'll leave my information of my Instagram in the chat, and you could contact me whenever you can. Thank you.
And thank you, Karen. And actually, if you could also say your contact info for anybody who might want to check the tape after.
Yes. Join me on Instagram, on IG at Viewlicious_store. Viewlicious_store.
Viewlicious_store. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for popping in as a guest today. So guys, as you guys know, when I am a stickler for the time, what I'm going to do as we're winding down, I'm going to play the motivational clip that we started the day with. So we started at 6:50 a.m. and I play a clip for about 10 minutes or so. So now we're winding down. When we have about 10 minutes left for the session, I'll run it. I'll run the last piece of motivation for everybody. I am going to close us off. So as you guys know, as usual, I'm always grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator, and I'm grateful to our ancestors for creating another opportunity for us to be able to get together this week. And I just ask that life continue to bless each and every one of us, that our businesses continue to grow and to expand so that we be able to continue to sustain ourselves, our families, as well as our communities, and just bless each and every one of us. Hotep, amen, and ashe, everybody. So with that, thank you guys for being here. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Don't forget your homework for the audio book club. Selfies in the morning at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. We're going to be seeing selfies of people with their sleep faces on, but their eyes should be open. All right, guys, so that we'll transition and put on the video. Wishing you guys an amazing rest of your day.
My name is Gabby. I live in New York City and I work in SEO marketing.
Success is a very lonely road. There are very few people who are willing to go through the pain, the hardship, the sacrifices, the agony of the process.